Hi, we are Sustain Botswana, and this is our development plan for making Botswana a country that has sustainable growth. The Republic of Botswana is a small, landlocked country in southern Africa surrounded by neighboring countries Namibia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. Botswana is one of Africa's most stable countries with a successful multi-party democracy and middle-income nation. They are seen by many countries as a model of stability in Africa. Due to a wealth of natural resources and nationwide peace since independence from Great Britain in 1966, Botswana has seen high levels of growth. Botswana has a wealth of diamonds which account for a third of their GDP, but as demand for their diamonds decreased, so did their growth. Botswana's real growth rate has slowed to 3.8% a year, down from 7% in 2010.
Our goal is to provide the people of Botswana with the proper tools and education to promote sustainable growth, both for the environment and the people. Our areas of focus include sustainable agriculture and health.
The mineral sector, primarily diamonds, is the main driving force in Botswana's economy and accounts for one-third of GDP, 70 to 80% of export earnings, and half the government revenue. This industry is highly capitalized and does not employ a huge labor force. Thus, the minerals cause the economy to grow, but they keep the money concentrated within a small part of the population. Unemployment is currently at 17.8%, and while many have hoped the growth of Botswana's economy would mean the eradication of poverty, this is not showing to be the case. Much of this poverty is concentrated in the rural areas of Botswana by people who are in the agricultural sector. There are a variety of reasons why people in the agricultural sector are struggling financially. Harsh climate conditions mean low agricultural production, and cultural beliefs that cause women to be excluded from the agricultural business. There is also a huge lack of ownership of livestock. 10% of farming households own 60% of the 2.3 million cattle in Botswana, and a decline in traditional agriculture, which has been abandoned by many because of droughts and other climate problems.
Botswana has the second highest rate of HIV in the world. There is a large gap in gender inequality, leaving women disadvantaged. There is also a lack of access to adequate health care facilities and professionals, and children as well are affected by the lack of adequate sanitation. The first case of HIV and AIDS in Botswana was discovered in 1985. The virus quickly multiplied and peaked with a prevalence level of 36.2% in 2001. While the prevalence level has decreased since then, it is currently estimated to be 23.4%, proving that a lot of work must still be done to fix this problem.
Through education, and especially our joint university program between the University of Maryland and Botswana College of Agriculture, more effective agriculture practices could be taught. Microloans, which we will discuss later, could be given to families so they would finally have the opportunity to invest in their own livestock, along with women who are often prevented from inheriting any money to start their own businesses due to cultural beliefs and gender inequality.
One of the most effective ways to decrease the prevalence of HIV and AIDS is through education. Botswana has a very high literacy rate of about 80%, particularly for Africa, because of the free education available all the way up to the university level. We could use the education system in Botswana to teach people about HIV and AIDS, along with other life-threatening illnesses like malaria and tuberculosis, and how to prevent and treat them as well.
As stated before, we want to allocate some of our funds to the use of microloans in hopes of promoting sustainable economic growth within Botswana. We want to encourage people to become entrepreneurial and independent through small businesses, especially focusing on empowering women. We also want to promote community involvement and investment ideas to provide for future generations. Of the allocated $1 billion, we are going to provide $300 million to health, $300 million to the Joint University Program along with other education programs, and $400 million to agriculture and microloans.